Hello and welcome to yet another Plum Monday. You're watching Mo University. My name is Check and it is the start of a new week. So I'm here in the workshop again doing some plastic model stuff, at least a couple of things that are still untied with the Miku kit that I started a couple of weeks ago. So that we can move on by the end of the week on Saturday, when there will be another Friends with Plamofits stream together with my dear friend Oki, where I start a new kit. Maybe I can manage it that way, that I will always start a new kit when he is around, so he can give me guidance a little bit, so it's less scary. And yeah, today I hope to can finish all the loose ties with the Miku kit. There are still a couple like accessories, then maybe I have to put on some decals and can do some panel lines on the white parts, because I will not paint the white parts. I still didn't manage to buy the navy blue color, or the like light blue color that I guess is also needed if I want to do it a little bit more show accurate, or like box accurate. So yeah, but I will go around. I will come around to this. Didn't have much time. If you did not watch last Friday's FoolTime, then well, I pity the fool, because you missed a very nice build stream where I almost finished my Supreme Store diorama that is currently sitting next to the camera. I can see it from here. It looks superb, but I can't show it because it's too close to the camera. So if I would pan over the camera, I would just see a small little detail, but not the whole thing. But there are still a couple of things to do. In fact, today I printed out those like little security cameras. It's a nice print. You can actually swivel this around on a ball joint, or it falls down, either way. But of course they are very plain, so I have to color them. I have to weather them a bit so that it doesn't stick out like a sore from the kit. Actually, I'm a bit loud. Maybe I'm a bit loud. Let me put this. Chuck. Okay, I guess that's better now. So if I'm too loud, let me hear. Let me know it. Or if I'm too if the volume is too low, also let me know. Maybe I can do something about it. So yeah, maybe I can start with those cameras also, but maybe I do this tomorrow, because for the upcoming schedule, today is Plum Monday, so we'll finish the Miku kit. On Friday there might be another full day. I mean, there will be another full day, but full time, because I will start a new diorama, hopefully, at least like brain sketching it, like brainstorming it. And yeah, on Thursday I might do the picture with the diorama, because Wednesday I don't have time. Tuesday I will still have some work to do with it, some details. In fact, I brought like boxes, small little boxes on a pallet that I did for another model, and I will take this apart and I will use it. I will reuse some assets. That's a rare occasion, you know. I'm reusing some assets. Normally I'm just throwing away all things after the shooting is done and start from scratch. But yeah, and of course, if you missed last Friday's stream, you also didn't hear about the showcases that are now behind me. And on Friday I was a little bit disappointed, because I used the dome camera, the ceiling camera for this angle here, and I was disappointed because you couldn't see it very well, and I was like, I thought this would look nicer. But now with the Plum Monday setting, where the camera is right in front of me, you can actually of course see the showcases. And you can actually also see how crooked the camera currently stands, because the showcases behind me are level. So if it's falling off to the side, it's the camera that sits on a very dinky tripod. So yeah, we have now a little showcase behind me where I can put all the plastic models in there that I built on Plum Monday. And since the showcase is very shallow, I might have to adapt my building habits to this. Maybe like little, maybe the girl plastic model kits like the 30-minute sisters and stuff like that might fit perfectly in there. But bigger mech suits, especially like master grade or stuff with lots of side builds and armor, not so much. I mean, there is the Gundam is right here, and then the Saku is behind the bouncer. You can't really see it. Those fit as well, but if I would like pose them a bit more actiony with all their weapons in hand, it might not fit. It's a bit of a shame because this is only this one style of showcase that was available. The others are like not really meant to mount on the wall, so it was either this or nothing, or like bespoke, but bespoke would be really stupid expensive. I know this because we did some like for other parts in the house and some with my parents' apartment, so I know how expensive like those bespoke showcases can get, even if it's nothing special, even if it's just like normal glass and normal wood, but you pay for the precise measurements and for your like, you know, idea that come to life. Okay, so let's start with Miku, with the accessories, so that we can actually do something today. Let me see what's going on. I also tried, before I started the stream, I also tried to take a look into the monetization settings of Twitch, because it's now like affiliated. You brought this on yourself, and now apparently there is like ads in the mid of the stream. I tried to put it all the way down what was possible, but of course you can't really turn it off completely. So if there are ads, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe sometimes that the ads will benefit me in some way, but for now it's just an annoyance. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, maybe you can also like block the ads on your own with like some tool, but I don't know. I'm not very versed in this. So okay, I also might. Since I'm now monetized and I can do much more on the platform, I assume, I might also redesign the whole space, because I might do a space where I can insert the instructions, maybe in like one corner, like here, like this, so that you can see what I'm doing. But I will not solve this with a camera. I will just like simply scan the instructions, and then I will like, because those are like only a couple pages long. I mean, if this was a Lego instruction with like 500 pages, I could not do this. But this is, I mean, those instructions are pretty much very in-depth. Those are like really lengthy instructions for what it is. There are some that are even shorter, and so I can pretty much scan those and make a PDF, and I can just click through. I guess that might be possible. So yeah. So, and I might also get a new chat and stuff like that. But I really have to, you know, look into stuff. That's for sure. Okay. So let's see what I can do. Let's build the speakers. There are like speakers, you know, here. You can see the speaker tower. Let's put this together. They are like floating on a little standy here. So yeah. Okay, let's put this together. I mean, there are many parts that I did not use for the other colors, so I guess I have to also lift them from the runner, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe I will just leave it there, because I might not use it for anything else. So let's see what I can do, what I have to use. There's the B runner. Small little. I also miss my standee. Let me get this over here so I can place some runners on here and hopefully not throw them down. Okay, let's see. How often do I have to do this? Like 4 times? Really? I have to do this like 2 times. Okay. 2 times and 4. Okay, so I see. So you can combine this to a large tower. Okay. Got it, got it. Everything's clear now. So we can either have like a 2-speaker system with 2 drivers each, like stereo, or we have like a large speaker tower with mono sound. So, yeah. So I hope you all had a good start into the week. It is the week that the rain came, at least here. Let me check the weather real quick. Let me check the weather. You can do this as well if you're interested in the local weather. So we have wow, it's below 20 degrees already. Wow, it feels like 30. Wow, wow. Patch rain nearby. Ooh, wind is blowing from the west. Relatively strong. It's relatively strong wind. Yeah, I felt this. I felt this when I did my evening walk today. You know, then I felt this. Wind is really annoying all the time. You have to. And if I'm not mistaken, this is certainly something that changed over the years, that the wind is starting to never settle down. I mean, at night it does, but during the day there is a constant wind, even in the midst of summer. Okay, so we have like little drivers. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to the figure photo, like I always do. I mean, I take more joy in building stuff than taking pictures of it. But you know, that's the ultimate goal. You know, I can't just build it and then never show it to anyone. And if I just take like pictures here from the work in progress, it most likely looks a bit like, yeah, not so interesting, I would say, with like a random workshop background. It looks a bit silly, but with the right lighting and with the right effects and with the right angle, it looks even cooler, or it comes really to life. So I'm always looking forward to taking the picture. I mean, I only do this like once in a quarter or every 2 months, so not so often, because it takes me some time to build those sets. And yeah, same with the plastic models. I mean, Saturday when Oki is around, I will start with my new kit that is now like sitting around in the shelf for 2 years almost. And yeah. Okay, so now I have like four drivers, and let's do the housing of the speaker. That is an H8 and H6. Okay. Yeah. Slowly but steady, I also have to prepare for the upcoming streaming anniversary. I mean, I really took off like at the beginning of the year in January, but technically I started in November with some test streams. So I guess December was still like a regular program, regular scheduling. And so yeah, I mean, it's a bit silly to think about the end of the year when it's still middle of August, but still, it comes faster than you might think, you know. Now with the rain and all the reduction of temperature, it feels like somebody flipped the switch during the weekend, and now autumn is here. I mean, the trees certainly look like autumn already, so and if you see the long-time forecast for the next 2 weeks, no such thing as a heat wave in sight, so I guess that was summer. We made it to the other side. Isn't that fantastic that we made it? And now we can anticipate the cold times, the cold hobby times, where you can snug under a blanket with a warm cup of tea, do some candle lights and do some hobby stuff, like, you know, play some video games, doing some model building, drawing something, knitting, stuff like that. I mean, there's a beauty to every season, I think. But yeah, some people enjoy one season more than another, simply because they cannot really participate in the things that are to be enjoyed with a particular season. So if I'm not a person who can ski or has no mountains inside, I don't care about winter, because everybody see, oh, you have to ski in winter. But if you can't, then you don't care about skiing in winter. And same with summer. If you don't have like access to a pool or a lake or somewhere you can get refreshed, it might suck a little bit. But if you are a summer person who has access to all sorts of summer activities and maybe have some vacation days on a beach, then summer isn't so bad, isn't it? It's all a thing of perspective. Yeah. Well. Okay, so now let's put together the housings. There is once again a warning. Okay, one housing, insert the speaker, very nice, very nice. Second housing, insert the speaker. So we have two little speaker thingies that can be stacked and turned around a bit. Very nice. And then we have to build this a second time as well. There is this little top thing. No, that's okay, that's for the microphone stand. There has to be a top thing, a propeller of some sort. Here it is. And there is a little standy as well, like a spider stand. I will also try to release at least a short video in August. The main review will not be finished in August. Yesterday I just finished or completed the B-roll because it's much more substantial with the Figma type figures, and I may or may have not ruined my slider for real this time, because I have this very crude motorized slider that lets me slide the camera like up and down, or basically it's designed for horizontal movement, which is kind of easy to accomplish, if we be honest. So it's very crude in nature. You can also let the camera turn, but it is not like automated with a motor or with like a tracking tool. So it's done with a rod in the middle. So you just adjust the rod, and then technically the camera should like swivel around on a head, you know. But yeah, that works only in theory. It's very hard to set up, so I never really used it. And mainly when I use the slider, I use it for like up and down motion, because mainly the figure is a slender upright standing thing, not a thing that like spans from left to right. So I basically torture it more than usual, because the upward movement is much more does strain the motor much more than like a side-to-side movement. And also it has this very big design flaw, or it had this very big design flaw because now it's broken, that you have a remote control. It's basically just a flimsy, because the slider itself is okay built. It's made of metal, and it has like some nice accent colors, so it does feel okay. It didn't cost much, I guess like $300 back then, like 6 or 7 years again. But the remote that is like cable bound with a USB-A to like a special proprietary connection feels very flimsy. It's like this Chinese stuff. And it has this design flaw that on the back side there is a battery pack. You can use the standard camera battery packs that you can use for almost all camera things like light and stuff. That's not the problem, but the design flaw is that there is also a little toggle switch that is very lightly touched, so you press it a little bit and then it flips over, and it's in a position, if you hold the thing like this, like a remote control, that you always want to touch the backside. And if you toggle this switch by accident and you don't have the camera fixed in place, it basically makes this whoosh, and it basically slides all the way down, and it slams not into the ground but into the end of the slider. Might not be the best for the camera, but certainly isn't the best for the slider itself. And I did this like at least a couple dozen times, because if you are clumsy or you don't be careful, you just press the button and then it slides down. And it was very annoying, because then you have to reset everything and push it upwards. So really annoying. And yesterday I did it again, and I set everything up, and then the motor started to sputter, and like basically it doesn't work anymore. So yeah, there goes the slider. I mean, interestingly, for the last couple of weeks I took interest in some motorized slider, and maybe it knew it. Maybe this was the reason why it gave away, you know. It said, okay, you don't like me anymore, so I will just die on you. So now I have to buy a new slider if I want to continue with figure reviews. I mean, maybe I will do some. I will take it as a sign and maybe do something radical different with the presentation. You know, again, everything changes again. Yeah. But Slider is like nice to have. I really like this way of presentation, this clean way of presentation. I know that most people don't care. They just, most of the time they just use a turntable, like a motorized turntable, and just, you know, let the figure turn on its own and maybe like zoom in a little bit or zoom out, but not slide up and down. But yeah. But nowadays you can also buy some very nice pen heads, motorized heads, tilt and zoom, jibs, and whatnot those abbreviations all stand for. Basically you can really do awesome filming things. There we have like the standee for the speakers is a little keynote, a little bit deformed. I mean, if I wouldn't like know that this is a music themed figure and this should be a note, I would say this is like either a hand grenade, some sort of fruit, or one of those like spray bottles where you have like where you can make spritz 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 spritz, you know. But this doesn't really look like a note to me. I mean, yeah, especially with this hole here where you put the stand in. I don't know why they did not put this here or here, but they had to like tag on this little lash here, so it looks a bit silly, but that's what they decided to do, and so I will go with this. So we have her base. Miku's base is in here. This base should be fine in the showcase, but the music, the puzzle themed base, you can see it behind me with Emma. You can see it there in the I guess upper right or upper left corner. Yeah, this one doesn't fit into the showcase bottom. It touches the glass, so that's how narrow it is. I mean, I don't like those bases anyway, but still. Well, okay, so those are like extra rods in the same color that you can use. Oh, kind of nice rods. Not gonna lie. They are also like this iridescent, transparent material, and so you can stick this here, and then you can mount your speakers like this. Okay, and then you have a speaker setup. You can like turn it this way, you can turn it this way, but you cannot turn it this way. This is like fixed in place. There is no ball joint there. Okay. Well. I see. So those are the speaker, or at least one of the speaker pairs. Let's do the second one as well. Another empty runner. Very nice. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. And now that it's getting a little bit colder, this also means that I can continue working on the studio a bit more frequent. So maybe it's a good thing that I getting hyped up into video production again with new upcoming gear. And who knows what will be accomplished in the future. No? You can never know. But I'm also very curious how the picture will fare. Figure photo. Because like I said, or I posted in a couple like behind the scenes pictures, I was very stoked building this. It came together really nice, especially certain areas and certain parts feel very substantial. I know it's still only a front of a building. It's not like a real three-dimensional object that you can look from every side and see, oh, this is a cute diorama. But some parts feel really detailed and really substantial, and I like that. Hopefully those are the right parts, you know, that also will be seen in the picture. I mean, I made this awesome looking 3D printed dumpster that came together very well, and those are one of the pieces that I of course don't put into the trash. Maybe because it is already a trash object, you know, it's already a dumpster. So why should I put the dumpster in the dumpster? That would make no sense. But yeah, it came together really nice. I wetted all the surfaces, and I put some like trash bags into it. Now the lid is partially opened like it would be in real life. So it looks very nice. So I might definitely keep this around as presentation. Not with the figure, I guess, because that's another thing I don't like. Sometimes I do this, that I keep some of my miniatures and I display them together with the figure that they were built for. Like, for example, the Marine one, I kept the treasure chest and the cannon, the pirate cannon. And then now it's displayed together. But the thing is, the more often I do this, the more I will clutter my showcase with like trinkets, and every time I have to clean the showcase, which is like every 8 or 9 weeks, I have to collect all those things and move it out of the showcase so that I can clean the surfaces. And if there are so many trinkets, it becomes pretty much annoying and you will get sloppy. So I tend to not clutter my showcase with extra accessories that are not really belonging to the figure, you know. For some reason, I'm really thirsty today. So I guess I will just complete this speaker and maybe the microphone, and then I will get something to drink. Soon there will be tea time again. That reminds me that before I can do tea time again, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? Had you two a fine weekend? Did everything go well? No casualties? Trying to complete some of Miko's accessories and maybe pretty her up a little bit. But I guess this has to be decided if I can do this without having the right colors. Okay, so now we need the propeller thingy and the standee thingy. Yeah, but before I can do tea time, I have to buy some fresh tea. Make a real big order that lasts me through the winter time. Kind of like a Persephone. I mean, she brought her wine, but wine or tea doesn't really matter. And I also have to order some colors and some spray paint if I want to really finish this Miku kit somewhere off stream. And I hope I can still do this, because before I started the stream I, you know, did a little bit of pre-preparation, and usually I listening to some YouTube stuff in the background, and there was like a video that explained that again the shipping requirements within the EU worsened for small businesses. I gotta say, I work in this field, and I never quite understood what the problem is or what the issue is. Never really looked into this, because apparently you can't. Yeah, no, with spray paint I meant like top coat. You know, that's no, I will still do it by hand. But yeah, I don't know what the issue is, but apparently it's too much of a hassle to ship, and so many vendors close their stores. So it's a bit sad, and a bit also like worrisome, because, you know, where should I get my stuff? It would be one thing if there was an alternative that you buy it locally, even if it would be maybe more expensive or like something else, but for the most time there is no alternative. The only alternative would be to get it from like abroad. I guess I will just use Mate for the body and maybe satin for the hairs, or for the twin tails, because they are kind of glossy, I guess, like have this shimmery look to them. So there is one speaker tower, and then there is the second speaker tower with the notes that look like fruit or grenades. Yeah, very nice. You can always get some decent acrylic clear coats from Action Auto Parts though. Really? Always test it if not melt the plastic runner leftovers. Yeah, I should test those. Yeah. Get some. Maybe I also have to get some plastic spoons. They are. People always test their colors on the back of plastic spoons. Or corgi butts. Maybe corgi butts. Maybe I should order a batch of corgi butts, just for the lols. Ah, yeah, you did survive the weekend. Glad to hear. My temperature was okay here. It was like, I guess it was the last like really nice or hot summer weekend, because now it's like pretty mid in terms of like stability. But yeah, today it rained for like the first time in like 4 weeks. So some of the plants and the trees are starting to look really, really bad around here. Almost like in October, so that's really scary. So we need the E-runner, huh? Where is this? Where is this? I don't know what it is. E-runner, E-runner. I mean, I guess I need this part here. It's the stand of the microphone. Then we need that. Oh, that's a whole part. Wow, this is not two parts together. Like there's the microphone, like the head of the microphone is like one part. I would have assumed that it's like two half put together, but no, it's one part. That's also, I guess, a thing that needs to be painted in some way, because this is not color separated at all. So I guess it needs to be like silvery. Yeah. Is there something on the package? How this should look like? Yeah, it should be white. Wow. Okay, okay, okay. So the whole microphone should be white, and only the mesh where you speak into is this like light blue color. Okay, so should be white. Well, well. Flew away. It flew away. Okay. And the base of the microphone, is this also white? No, that's... Okay, this is white and this is like navy blue. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, but I really hope that I can do some more like variety stuff in the upcoming weeks, not just focus on one big set. Let's see how interested I'm into the new project. If I would enjoy it as much as I do this build. All our little plants got scorched, and sadly because of the high temperature, our tomato dried up this year. Oh, didn't you water it? Because this is like this thing with tomatoes. When I see them in the like commercial glass houses, they let them dry on purpose, I think, because they have the ability to water them. But at a certain point, they let them dry. So I guess it's that all the energy of the plant can go into the fruit and not so much the leaves. And we just, because we finished the garden so late into the year, we just bought one tomato plant and tried it. First we put it into the glass house, and this did nothing. I mean, it grew because it was warm and sunny, and we gave it plenty of water, so not a problem. But the blossoms were there, but they did not evolve into tomatoes. I guess so because of the missing bees or like bumblebees or even the wind. So we put it outside, and then it started to grow tomatoes, but only so little. So yeah. But I'm still not convinced that like gardening in terms of growing stuff like vegetables is a real means of food producing. Because let's be honest, it's a hobby. It's a nice hobby, but to really live out of your like independently, you would either have some really big garden and also like some mighty fine time on your hands, because if you have to take care of all those plants, water them, like try to shelter them and like cut them, and there's certain stuff you have to do, then yeah, I don't know. It's better you go to the supermarket and buy your produce there. I mean, and also it's not really expensive, so all plants around here look like this. Yeah. They do. I mean, it's a bit of a philosophy, I think, because in some gardens they also look really, really sad, and I'm also always wondering why they don't like just water their plants a bit more, because you can do this. But yeah, outside it's really tough. I'm also really curious how the animals survive this kind of weather, like outside in the wilderness, especially around where I like drive with the bike. There are like open fields everywhere, and I know there is no water source nearby. Because I heard that some like forest men put water inside the forest, or like doing some water holes and stuff like that. But you know, I don't know if they can cover all this area. So interesting how the animals can survive, because we humans, we can basically we brought this on ourselves, but we also kind of able to avoid it, at least by now. We can, like, you know, have some artificial cooling, and we can get some water and some food, and it's usually not a problem by now. Okay, so this also is a part of the microphone. This is a part of the stand. This is just bonus part. So many bonus parts in here. But yeah, I guess it's like really time to overthink the whole, like, you know, plant situation. I guess they already started to look around some species that are resistant to heat. But I guess I have to assume that by the end of next year, if not significantly earlier, there won't be any pine trees around in our garden anymore, because they all appear to have like this you know, pest inside them, and so they are dropping really fast, you know. And it's so annoying because they also tend to make a mess every day. So many needles everywhere. So that's the microphone stand. And it has a little swivel thing on top. That's nice. And then there must be a white microphone base. Or is it also blue? And I have to paint it. That would be annoying. There is nothing here, if I'm being honest. There is nothing here. Because those are all empty. What's this? It's something. It has to be like what should it be? Like E. E. What the hell is E? Oh, there it is. Ah, here. Okay. Well, it's just a round cylinder, a long one. Kind of looks like a runner part. Okay. At least this one is white, so here it is. Did not fall to the ground. Yeah. The sad part is that once everything resolves now, based on the seasons and the upcoming seasons, because it can't be summer forever, then in like 2 or 3 weeks, nobody will actually remember or care about this hot summer anymore, and then they will just move on with their life until next year, of course. That's interesting. The microphone even has like a small toggle switch here. Maybe I can put this into focus. Let me see. Zzzt. Yeah, that's maximum zoom, by the way. And yeah, and you can see it. Here's a little toggle switch. So there is some really nice attention to detail here. But unfortunately, this should all be white, and only a couple like spaces in between should be this. No. I mean, now it looks more like a, you know, like a personal massaging tool, if you know what I mean, rather than a microphone, but well, it is what it is. It certainly has like an unnatural long stilt. That's no sure for sure. So we can put it onto the microphones. Oh, there is. Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. Huh. Oh, it's from the bottom. G9. Okay. 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 Well, if the instruction says so, I will do it. I now know why there's a third one on the runner. So I now, because I was like, why is there a third one? But now it's clear. I also like I talked about it in the beginning. I tried to look into the commercial settings of Twitch, like the advertising settings, and yeah, I tried to bring it all the way down. You know, you can't really turn it off, but at least I tried to like set everything on manual, and I've chosen the most time between commercials and stuff like that. So yeah. And there, whoa, 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 whoa. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, no? What the hell? What the hell? It's gone. It really is gone. It disappeared. That's not good. That's not good. I will now attempt to stand up. Okay. It really disappeared, huh? Oh, there it is. Okay. So it felt this little thing fell to the ground. I mean, yeah, okay, let's count it. I mean, it belongs here, of all places. I mean, I guess it is technically visible if you like, let her hold the microphone in her hand so that you can see below here, but still, kind of a silly little piece. It was the same thing with the other speakers I remember from last Monday. So now I have the problem to get this into here. Pretty annoying. Okay, oh, it's in there now. Okay. Very well. So now we have the microphone and the speakers. So everything is now built. The other parts that are still remain are extra parts, because there are two runners with pretty much all the other colors as well. So you can basically interchange stuff. There is one hand joint as an extra, as a spare. I guess we can build the standee as well. Don't know if I will use it, but let's keep cracking so that I can get something to drink. Yeah. There are also a couple extra pieces in here for different. Okay, so then there needs to be a ball joint as well. A ball. Nothing else? Nothing else, okay. Play the ball. fetch thing. Okay. So then we have this rather technical thing. So if this goes rather smoothly, I can really maybe start with the cameras. Flew away. Okay, and we have the base. A little antenna, joystick. And the ball goes in here. It's like a stick shift. Oh. Okay, then we can put this on here, and then we have a stand ready for our display needs. Don't know if I will put her on the stand. Don't know if it even fits on the stand. But let's bring Miko from her imprisonment, and let's see if we can apply some decals and some panel lines onto her body. Here it is, the details about her snowflakes and stuff like that. So let's see about that. Oh. The speakers need a red light. This is red light here, and then black back. Okay. Well, so we have a panel lining thing here. Free the Miko, justice for the Miko. Yeah. I know they can all watch from behind. Can say hello. Say hello to my little friend. Okay, good. Now let's take a little break. Free the Miko, get something to drink, and then I will start with the detail stuff and so on. So I can bring a red and some, yeah, that's all. Maybe some black as well. Who knows? Maybe I need something black as well. Okay, so I'm back in a few minutes. Okay. And I'm back. Brought the little Miku. Let's try with the stand. Okay. That is not possible. That is not possible. Impossible. Impossible. So you have to. So you have to use the other part. I see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Huh? 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 Oh. Oh yeah. I have to lose the other part. Okay. Okay. Because this has a mounting point on the back side, which is rather interesting because it comes from the back. So yeah, at least I managed to finish the B-roll for the next figure review before my slider broke. It was like during the last couple shots, and now I have a little bit of leeway to buy a new one in terms of you know, choosing one. So if I plug this from her, the speaker system, plug those. So this part is interchangeable. Put them back on here. Hey, hey, stop it. And put this back on her skirt. Nope. Still not good. There has to be another. I guess it's this one here. Yeah. Everything's double here. It's a double whammy. I mean, I hope that this is the right part. Could have looked this up, but yeah, okay, this looks convincing. Okay, so now let's mount this onto her skirt. Yes. Okay. Oh. This goes like this, and this goes like this. Okay. Technically, you can swivel this. Okay, yeah. So now everything is in order. This goes here, and then we can just bring her down by a bit. And technically, she should now stand upright. Yeah, yay. Okay, could have like switched the screen already, but you get the idea. Okay. Ta-da! Well. Da. Okay. She wiggled herself free. She wants to run away. Oh, that's the thing with like plastic models. There's no much friction because the parts are all rather hard, but you know, let's set her up over here. And let's start with the speaker. To get a little bit in the feel, get a feel for it. Too bad there is no. The problem is if I want to paint those as well, I can't really start. Maybe not the best idea. Maybe I should start with the microphone. The problem is, microphone also requires some other colors. This is not pure white. You would assume it's pure white, but it isn't. So let's do some panel lining and decals as I had intended. So let's see. There is a if I remove the head. Can I? Oh. Whoa. Okay. I guess that's also an option to sever her body. But I'm really don't know how the head is on it. Okay. well. Okay. So now we have everything we need. Severed. Very good, very good. So on her scarf there should be 2 snow flowers. So that's the main attraction, I guess, because it's a snow Miku. So where are my decals? There are 4 snow flowers here. 2 belong to the cuffs, and 2 belong to the scarf. And then I guess 2 more for the cuffs. Are there 4 cuffs? I don't know. We will see. I guess they don't provide any extra decals. No. That would be ridiculous. Where does this little snow Miku thing belong? Like the one decal. Where does this belong? There was somewhere there was a mention of this. I don't know where. She looks so good on here when everything is in order. But I really don't know where this Snow Miku decal belongs to. I've seen it in the description at some point. Or maybe I don't have. It's one of those Dora the Explorer moments where I would need the audience. Have you spotted where the decal belongs? I don't know. Well, there is the 1-0. The 1-0 is on. It's just one. Okay. So there is one spare. That's very nice of them to have some spare decals. So let's try the scarf. It's actually a fairly big snowflake for such a tiny scarf piece, but let's try it. So, setting solution and softens decals. Okay. I've prepared a small tub of water. And then let's put this in, get it all soaked. Vinegar or something like that. There are actually a couple of like parts that need to be painted. I just noticed. Basically, all of that stuff here on her body needs to be blue. Backside as well. All those inner parts. So yeah, there is a lot of color separation that isn't really done. So yeah. Well, yeah, I really have to get the right color for her in order to do this. At least the two main ones, the navy blue and the light blue. Also here there are like stripes in light blue that should be done. So yeah. Ta-ta-ta. 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 Is this one? This is also not color separated here. This needs to be light blue. This needs to be light blue. So there's quite some work to do. Dang it. But I was lazy, I did not order the colors. I'm such aloof. Aloof. From the Louvre. At least I'm not as critical when it comes to setting decals as Oki is. It's good enough. Okay, and then the second one is like off to I don't know if, I guess this is not cut, but off to the side, so bent around her scarf. Don't know if I like this, to be honest, but let's try it. I can prepare the surface with some softener. Constantly watch all the videos about the exploration, what's the difference between a softener and a setter, and I still can really recall. It's the same like the difference between like the same and like in German, it's like das Gleiche und dasselbe. It's also like, you know. But apparently they changed the rules on that so that you can interchange it now. Because people didn't understand what to use, so they changed it, and so you can use both now. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, basically it's... But which one goes under? I guess the... because this like says basically the same thing, but here is softens decals to conform to irregular surfaces. This goes beneath, at least it was what I recall, and this softens decals to improve adhesive. So I guess this goes over the decal done. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. I mean, it basically does something with the surface. It's a little bit of an acid thingy, I think. So let's see if we can just put this on the edge and then, oh shit. Yeah, okay. No. And then put it all the way. No. No. Absolutely not. Struggle is real. Okay, well, I will hold it down on one side and I will just press it down the other side. No. No chance. Should I just let it dry on one side? I'm not sure. Maybe I just let it dry on one side. Okay, well now let this dry and then try to bend it over the edge. Okay, so let's do the cuffs. The cuffs should be easy, yeah? A little bit of cleaning. Cleaning. Cuffs should be easy. I should not touch them anymore when it's getting dry, so let's try it the other way around then. Okay. And I can also apply at least the 01 to a shoulder buckle thingy. Other things might not be able to do because of the color that is still missing. But I can at least check what I need. So let me try to translate this. Okay. Okay. So basically you need a white. I think I have a white, a blue. I don't know, I don't have a blue. I'll need at least black I have. I guess I need 1, 2, 3, 4 colors for that. Okay. That's it. That's enough. So the decal must be ready by now. The quality. Okay, this should be like on her wrist. kind of up here. And this one point should be aligned. And that one went really well. I'm very happy with that. Nicely done, nicely done. So let's do it a second time then, shall we? Okay. Oh, then there is 01, and then I guess that's everything I can do for now. Faces are all ready. Yeah. That one needs to be white. So many things to paint. Still, will be interesting. Okay, so is the decal ready? Still needs time. Are there like normal hands? There should be normal hands in here as well. Where are the flexible runner things? Okay, so there are like gloves. So I guess I can do those gloves as well. That might be the thing where the extra and the hands. Okay, so we have plenty to do. I found some work. Excellent. Excellent. I can plastic models, the joy, the gift that keeps on giving. So now the decal is in the water. That's not good. Get in the water. Okay, I found it. Heavy drop of water. That's not good. I have to get rid of that. And there are the snowflakes on her gloves. Ta-da. Tiny gloves. So should I rest them? Maybe in front of me. So what about the scarf? Can I now like move the one on the scarf to the back side? Or will it break or shatter? No, it does work. It does work, wow. Okay, so now we have this effect where one snowflake is onto her side and bends over. Even though you would not see this, because it's like behind her body. What's up with that, like? Okay. Shit, I removed both of them. Oh no. Now they are gluing together. But they're still intact, so... Strange. Oh well. Start again then. Where's the second one? Oh, on my finger. Okay. Okay. That was a really dumb moment, but... Oh shit. Again. Huh. Should not really touch those. Okay. It's again on my scarf. So now let's let it rest for a bit. Okay. It's amazing that I did not like destroy them by yet. Okay. Let's do the other pair of gloves. Where she can hold her microphone with. And then we have like normal arms as well. All those parts must be like compatible with other frame arm girls, so... Okay, that's empty now. Okay. Amazingly, her mouth microphone, her lavalier, it's nice. It's a headset. Lavalier would be like here, but still, this is not color separated. It's just one piece. So I would have thought that the tip is also like a little silvery or white or something like that, but no, it's just one color. You could change it to a white one if you want, because the parts are all there, so I guess that's up to you then. It's a dangerous one piece is real. Yeah, apparently they coming to an end, huh? I've heard. Because yesterday we looked up how many like volumes One Piece is. Because apparently there is a new, what's it called, like a manga restaurant, like a library mixed with a restaurant or with a bar, and they had this like advertisement that they have like over 1,000 volumes, and it was like 1,000 manga volumes. That's hardly a flex in 2026, because back then when I was like still at conventions, people had this at their home, so like it's nothing to be proud of anymore. I mean, even I had like 300, 350 volumes in my heydays, and I was like, what do I do with all those books? It's annoying. They're getting all yellowy on the it's not the spine, it's like the top of the book. I don't know if it's like the same with, I hope it's not the same with Japanese manga tankobon issues, but I don't know if it's the same with like English ones, like US publications, or French one or something like that. But German manga publications, like the tankobon, like the pocket-sized format, what is basically a normal manga in Germany, that we tend to read it, they are so garbage in terms of like production quality. Oh my god, especially like, I don't know about the translation, because, you know, I don't care and I have no comparison, and print, I guess it's fine for what it is, but the front cover, especially the spine, if you put them next to each other, they look so dumb sometimes, because you have like really like basic errors in the layout, that some, you know, like you have like a little gap between certain words, and sometimes a box is a bit larger than it is in all the other volumes, so they look really horrendous. I mean, it's bad enough that the publishing company is always changing, so that if a manga series runs in like 5 or 10 years, you have like 3 different publisher logos printed on there, because of course they always have to update it on the newer publications. They can't just simply say, okay, for this series that started like 5 years ago, we just leave it as it is. No, they have to, of course, to use the new logo. And so, yeah. For something that is intended to be like a, what is it called? A collection piece and a collection item, they look really horrendous. I guess the only way to really mitigate this problem is if you buy them in bulk. Like sometimes they have like little specials in like boxes, and like closed season boxes or something like that, or arcs, and then I guess it's better, but yeah. Do they still like sometimes print a picture on the spine, that if you like collect them all and have them all in your bookshelf, then it forms a picture made out of like tiny 2-centimeter slices? Because back when I still read manga and collected manga, I did this quite frequently. And even before, it was a thing with like LTB, like lustiges Taschenbuch. But that's an Entenhausen. What's it called in English? What's Entenhausen called in English? DuckTales in I don't know. There has to be a word for it. It's like a pun of a city, I think. But it's not a big deal in US media. It's only like a German, it's a very German or very European thing. The DuckTales characters and stories. They tend not to feature it in normal Disney stuff. That's also the reason why you don't see many merchandise of those characters. what I really don't understand, but because that's actually the best part of this whole like Mickey Mouse extended universe. Let's be real. Always was a big fan of Scrooge McDuck, of course. I mean, come on, like a building full of money, especially like coins and stuff. That's awesome. Yeah. I wonder if they still make like new stories with those characters that are actually like worthwhile to read. Better multiverse than Avengers, yeah. No, I really enjoyed the DuckTales characters and the stories. I even enjoyed the reboot a couple years ago. Especially the Christmas episode. That's a very nice one. So if you have like, if you can check that out on Christmas, around Christmas time, that's a very nice special. Very wholesome. No. Okay, so now we'll not touch those anymore. They are off limit. And the buckle, the shoulder thing. 1-0. It's only on one side. It can't be. There are like two of those. Can't be only on one. I mean, there is only 1 to 2, I know, but what does the box say? What does the box say? No, it's just from one side. Okay. There's a spare one. It's a rare idea, rare occasion that there is a spare decal. Well, let's do this. I feel so much safer with a spare decal. But that's also the reason when you be like reckless, you know, because you feel the safety around you. See? Just pull this off. And then I guess we should put her together and add some hands. Maybe some jazz hands here. Those are fine. Those are fine jazz hands. Or pointy hands. I've just reviewed or just filmed the B-roll of this Blue Archive Figma with the bike. And as Figmas tend to do, they come with a couple hands, of course, on this neat little grid. I like this very much. But the sad part is, the theme around this figure is two things. It's just riding the bike and like holding her weapon, like her assault rifle thingy. So all the hands are based around that. There is the standard hand that is something like this, like the normal standard like hand that might hold something. I mean, there's another one that can hold the drink bottle, okay? But that's also like a grabby hand. So all the hands are grabby hands. Some of them are like there is one with trigger discipline, then there's one with a pull trigger, then there's one with like we hold the like thing in the front of the weapon, like on the guardrails. So all hands are grabby hands, and it's a kind of a shame because I miss some like neutral hands or some playful ones where figure points to something, or like, you know, like with here, it's like just pointy hands, or like fists. Fists would also be nice. I guess there were some fists, I'm not gonna lie, but still something felt missing. And since those are like all gloves, like sport gloves for the bicycle, they are just like not common hands that you might find with every Figma. So yeah. Okay, there is the 01, little 01 here. Don't know if you can see it, but I will not touch it anymore, because otherwise I might make it worse. So let's put some hands on and then put her together. And then guess it's time to say goodbye for today. A little bit of a shorter stream, but you know, we can rate someone because I was clumsy and dropped the part, and you know, say hello to other people. Why not? It's not that bad. Also a little preview for like upcoming things. On Friday I will at least brainstorm for a new figure diorama thingy, because that set will be finished by then, and the photo is hopefully done by Friday, so there is no need for the set anymore. And on Saturday I will do a little Friends with Plumofit stream when I start my new kit together with Oki. And then maybe he can finally pose my Saku unit as well, because I'm terribly afraid since the shoulder broke off. So let's see if we can do that as well. And then on Monday I will, you know, be into full swing with the new kit and build and build and build. That's the schedule for the upcoming days. Whoa. Shh. Hush, little thing, don't say a word. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you're all excited. Yeah, good night. See you on Friday. Glad you managed to stop by. She looks a bit dumb because she has no scarf. I also don't like this construction here. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so flimsy. Oh my god. Wow. I mean, it's like joint galore in here, but ooh, holy shit. I guess I will just display. There is like a piece that I can use, since I can't use the scarf. There's this extra piece that I have that I can now just stick onto her collar. You know, it's good to have those so that she doesn't look so dumb. Yeah, that's better. That's a little collar piece. It does not really fit well, especially like the scarf, but doesn't look as horrendous. And then let's try to mount her back on the stand. Very well. Let's put the twin tail down, and then we have a little Nico here on the stand. Do you understand? No, you don't. Okay. Okay. So I guess that's fine enough. Let's put her into presentation zone with all her accessories. I might add that we built today, so we have something to show off what we achieved. Like little microphone and little speakers that surround her. Yes. I have to still do the hands. Like, come on, I can't leave without the hands done. I mean, hello. Otherwise, I would be I would be here next week again. That can't be. I mean, I will just color her some day off stream, and if it's really pretty and finished, you might see a picture online somewhere, someday, somewhere, somewhen. Yeah. And otherwise, you can always look out for the built plastic models by now in the showcase behind me. And if you don't see them in the showcase, they are off for some duty, or they are simply too big for the showcase. Either one of those two options. Basically, it would fit Nandroids based on their base plate. But like I said, the crane tends to stick backwards, outwards of the base, in the back from the Nandros. And also some Nandos tend to simply stick over the base in the front. So, I don't know. Might be like normal basic Nandroids, your basic ass Levi from Attack on Titan might fit in here, but like a really huge Miku with some crazy twirly hair, not so much. And then of course it might be wise to use one of those small Good Smile standees that they provide. Yeah. I might buy a couple of them, or maybe I can order them from Oki, so that I don't break the bank with those standees, because I might have to buy them directly from Good Smile, and that would be not very wise to do in terms of money. So maybe I can ask him if he can. Normally those like vendors should get some like for free, I think. There's like such minor things that they could simply, put a few in each box and say, okay, here, as a gift to your customers. I don't know. Sometimes they do like pre-order bonus items, but to be honest, they are almost never really worth it. Most of the time they are just random things that doesn't have to do anything with the character. So yeah. So many hands. I'm sure there are like 3D models that you can download to have like a little holder grid for those hands. Kind of like Figmas tend to have. That actually would be awesome to have. Because otherwise I just throw them into a pouch and seal it off and never look at them again. Well. So final thoughts about the Snow Miku build. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, I mean, it started off really well, and you think that it looks nice as a straight build, no question about it. They even like managed to put in some of the skirt parts. The skirt holds together really nice. I'm impressed by the sturdiness of the skirt. Normally this tends to fall off in every like direction. But still, if you want to have it really like accurate to the picture or to the promotional pictures, you still have to do some paint to yourself and separate some parts in color. So yeah, hair-wise it's okay. Accessories are fun. I kind of like this whole like mecha edition things with the speakers and with her utility belt. That's okay. That's a fun addition. And yeah, I mean, for what it is a nice build, I think. Quite poseable, quite flexible, especially the neck joint. It's a bit flimsy. I'm always scared about the like brittle, thin plastic. But if you are cautious, I guess you can really pose her well. So that's a plus. And yeah, they are providing a ton of hands. even 2 cups or 2 fists, like glove hands. So yeah, not bad, not bad. And of course it's a Miku, so it's like, you know, recognizable, has broad appeal. And of course you get many extra parts, so there is almost like one complete runner for each color that you almost don't need. So yeah, if you are into like kit bashing or need some extra parts, those are always welcome. So yeah, okay, so those are the hands, like yay, a pile of hands. Very well. So let's see what we have accomplished. Let's see what we have accomplished. Let's put this into frame. Okay. Very well. Alright. So here is the Miku. As always, it's a bit like filmed from a bad angle from above, but you know, and she does not wear her scarf at the moment because I won't touch it with all the decals on it. But this is the almost completed Miku without any color on it. Yeah, without any panel lines. And then we have the gloves and the faces, and there is a surveillance camera, but this is not part of Miku. That's part of the upcoming figure diorama. So, very nice pan. Look at this pan that I can do if I hold down Shift and I move. I don't like click, but I let the button rest. Then I can do like a. Why do I need a new slide? I just use my PTC camera from now on and film my figure reviews. No, I will not do that. Oh god, I have to buy a new slider. Oh my god, so much money. At least I'm not crazy and buying the really expensive one that is almost certainly a letdown, because if you spend so much money on it, you're almost bound to be disappointed, because that can't be true, you know, that can't live up to the hype. That's simply not possible. Okay, so I'll just do the water in here. So, it's almost half an hour to midnight. So that's a fine time to end. So let's see if I can say hello to someone. Let's see if someone is online. Well, who's online? Who's building someone? No one is building someone. That's a shame. No one is working on Monday. Ay. Okay, so let's see if we can find someone new. Who is working on a Monday? There's a nice test bar screen. I like those. Okay. There's a Edda Hengist. I thought we were done. That's something I can relate. I thought we were done. That's the same what I thought with the Miku. HQ high grade Calre. Yeah, I don't know about the kit, but looks interesting. Let's check her out. It's a Uma tuba, cozy, horse tuba. Well, very well. I also can relate to that. So yeah, let's check her out, say hello, and I will be back on Friday with FoolTime and another new project. What will it be? What adventure will await? Well, let's find out on Friday. I bid you farewell and have a nice week. Bye-bye.